Hi everybody! Hi, it's me, Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Books. We had chicken Alfredo for dinner and we're all slowly losing consciousness. Coma food, as it were. We have a stack, look at those. More than we were, and we're missing one that I had to put on back order. They didn't pull it for me. But Fanfare Comics in Kalamazoo does a great job, so that's not any reason to be upset with that. We'll get it. This is the first one that we're going to do is Moon Knight. Moon Knight! Number 6. Writer Jed MacKay, artist Alessandro Cappuccio. So, last issue, he was fighting Zodiac. And believe it or not, it was funny because there's the other Moon Knight. Remember the other Moon Knight? Yeah, he has to come and help save the day and fight Zodiac. And so Mark has to be in a drug-induced stupor for a while. And then we get really trippy artwork where they do the long, thin panels like this. And apparently his base of operations has been firebombed. So it's time to start over. And he's still Moon Knight. So we got that going for us. Next issue looks interesting. Looks like he's in a bar fight with a lot of really stupid looking villains. I think that's Jack-o'-lantern. Anyways, deal with. Don't worry about it. Alright, number 47, Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes! The ladies. It's story and art by Evan Stanley. Inks by Matt Frosey. I assume Matt also... Oh, art was Evan Stanley, so Matt does the ink. So we had a forest fire. And we have Amy Rose, Tangle the Lemur, Belle the Tinker, and Jewel the Beetle. And they are stuck on a log in a river and everything is on fire. So they have to save the day. So this is a cute little road trip with the ladies. I kind of liked that. They came back and Sonic was sad he didn't get to go. And apparently next issue, the Chaotix are back. So they're setting us up for a big 50th issue. So, and it was nice because the guy who created the comic book asked if he could do the letters page, and Evan Stanley, and he explained about being in the rapids in real life and how to take care of your campfires. So, little actual knowledge in there for the kids. From sweet, wholesome entertainment, we go right to the third issue of Refrigerator Full of Heads. Of the Joe Hill House Comics imprint. Joe's not writing this one. Let me see if they give that to me right away, if I gotta go to the back. I like the artwork, I know that. Let me see. You want to go to the back? Wow. Sorry, folks. Here we go. Written by Rio Yours, pencils by Tom Fowler, inks by Craig Tayleffer and Tom Fowler. So, they're on the hunt for the axe from the first basket full of heads. Apparently it's part of a set. They all do different things, and when they come together, oh, you get the idea. And the biker one guy here, he's still alive, getting a ride from a deer. Somebody else gets their head cut off, so they're in the refrigerator making small talk. With the so yes, you get the sword of Hugin and Munin, the handle inlaid with the bones of Odin's ravens. The victim of this blade passes their thoughts and memories to the bearer for as long as it takes them to die. The dagger of Fenrir, it's a handle crafted from one of the wolf's canines, renders the victim immobile, bound until the end of their days. The belt of Jormungar, made from the skin of the world serpent. And they don't tell you what it does. And then there's the axe. And we know what the axe does. If it cuts off your head don't die. So I'm waiting to see if they're going to try and liquefy an axe. But this one's got it all. Head chopping, motorcycle gangs, big deer carrying around a guy in the head. So it's fun. Oh, speaking of fun, here we go. Chicken Devil, number 3. Chicken Devil, number 3, with the people whose names I always say wrong. Artist I won't get wrong, Hayden Sherman. Brian, how do you say that? Bukilato. So, When last we left our guy in his chicken suit in a hotel room with his dead partner, he decided to try and work it out with the bad guys, and that did not go well for him. And so now he's done. He's going to take out everybody because they murdered his family. And then the issue ends, and you're like, WTF. So this is a good book. As far as independents go, it's a lot of fun. Aftershock Comics, I guess. So, I'm going to save that one. I'm going to save that one. I'm going to save this one. So here we are, number 6 of Barbarella. Barbarella. Writer Sarah Hoyt. Artist Tommaso Bianchi, I guess. You guys are killing me. Now, the interesting thing about this is she's had this little fella, Nix, with her. I think is their name. Is that the name? I don't remember. I think they call her Nix. Anyways, we find out that with this little thing that could barely speak English, it has more than meets the eye going on. This little thing that you're looking at, Vix. I knew it couldn't be Nix. If somebody's like, well, Doug, that's great that you think that you know everything, because I already have a comic book called Nix and it looks like this. So, which is odd. So, this is a good book. Barbarella is always a lot of fun. This is like the 4th incarnation of Barbarella from our folks at Dynamite. Well, they didn't put the name on the cover at all. You couldn't tell who makes this comic book. I don't think. Nope. All right, we got 2 important independent ones. Let's do the one that's issue 2, and then we'll go to our last one. So, from our good friend of the show, Dirk Manning, we have Haunted Highlands number 2. They have gone to meet with the Voodoo King. So the story was created by Twisted and Dirk Manning, written by Dirk Manning, pencil and inks by Mariana Picosta, colors and letters by Alessandro De Fornassari, edited by Drina Joe. So they want to go out to meet the Voodoo King, so Twisted are on their way out to meet the guy, and they've got their ghost with them, and she's detecting something not right in the swamp. When the swamp's always full of this hoodoo voodoo nonsense, and this does a good job of explaining a lot of it. Also how spells work. It's like he rattles off the things. Did you eat or drink anything? No spells, no potions. Did she steal your hair? Apparently that's the worst thing that can happen. Your hair gets stolen, you are in a world of trouble. There's also a giant alligator in it, so you can't go wrong. It's only 4 issues. I always say I wish these books were longer, but I'll take the 4 issues I can get. And apparently the alligator has the ability to see their ghost. So we'll find out what happens next issue. All right, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Tom Holland's, not Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Fright Night, number 1. Apparently, even though there's a Fright Night 1 and 2, and then remakes, I think of 2. I know there's a remake of 1. This is basically it was a never done original novel about Fright Night. So to make it fun, they have the writer, James Kahorick. Artists are Jason Craigs, Jay Geldof, Matt Webb, and our good friend Neil Vokes, he did the cover. He also does a section of the artwork. They've covered it where different people do different sections, which is awesome. There's a mostly naked girl after stuff about Jerry Dandridge. We get a nice, interesting flashback that basically plays out all of Fright Night, the first movie. Apparently Peter Vincent wrote a novel about it, and they decided to call it fiction. So Charlie's in school, and there's the vampires after stuff. And we're going to see what happens next issue, because most of it's set up. We got to get you set up. Some of you people probably thought when I said Tom Holland, I was talking about Spider-Man. Well, Tom Holland made Fright Night, and it's not the same Tom Holland. Pretty sure when they made Fright Night, pretty sure Tom Holland wasn't born yet. So, and the cool part we get at the end is character studies by our one and only Neil Vokes. So this episode of Old Man Reviews Comic Books has 100% more Neil Vokes than usual. There's also a little interview with the guys, the creators. There's our guy, Neil. We'll see if he likes that picture or not. You probably can't see it from that far away, so it doesn't matter. All right, so there we go. We have so many comic books this week. Next week, apparently not quite as many, maybe like a couple. So it's feast and famine time for comic books. Go out and read a comic book. Sophie and Fiona, I'm sorry you didn't come over this week, but you saw us like a million times. You saw me all week long taking me to work. You came over Friday, Christmas Eve, see Nana. You came over Christmas Day. We got you the big screen TV for your room, so you'll never leave your room now. So it's all good. So everybody else, go out there, read a comic book, visit your local comic shop. Our comic shop is always Fanfare Comics and Cards, located on Westnedge in the little plaza, if you're familiar with Kalamazoo, where the Big Lots used to be, and now it's Kalamazoo. Now it's with Ollie's is in there, and there's a gym full of steroidal people and a Chinese food restaurant, but it's a buffet, so COVID, I ain't going. So we'll see you next week. In the meantime, go read a comic book.